Hi Denise. Hello Crafty. Hey Naomi. Hello, Milton. Hello, Emily. Right, well, I think we'll get cracking if that's okay. Obviously, it's Wednesday, and hello. And so apparently it's Whip Wednesday, so I'm led to believe. So I've called this What's in the Jam Pan. Hey Emily. I've called it What's in the Jam Pan because my whips are kept in a very old jam pan. So it's a little bit full at the moment. So that's why I've called it What's in the Jam Pan. And hello Lupalin. That's why I've called it What's in the Jam Pan. Because, like I say, that's where my whips are kept. So for those that you don't know me, my name's Isla and I run the online yarn shop called BritYarn. BritYarn is basically a yarn shop which specialises and only sells yarn that's 100% British grown. So I tend to do the odd periscope now and again. Oh, what you might need to do, Denise, is if you close it and then go back into it, sometimes periscope's really rubbish. Hopefully that might be better for you. Like I say, it's a great app, but it's just still really buggy. So hopefully that might be better. So I've got an online yarn shop, and I tend to do the odd periscope, either when we've got maybe some new yarn in store, or if I've got something to talk to you about. So like I said, today it's Wednesday, Whip Wednesday, and it's What's in the Jam Pan. So those of you that follow BritYarn on Instagram, Twitter, and who are members of our Ravelry forum will know that we're currently doing a knit-along at the moment, and that's a knit-along that we're running jointly with Louise Scoley of the Knit British podcast, if those of you that are familiar with Louise. And together, basically, we all cast on, should I say. Thank you. We all cast on the Scoley cardigan, which is designed by Carrie Westerman. So first of all, I will show you this. I apologise, there's going to be a bit of rustling. Yep, so I've lost a whip already, gosh. So what am I up to then? So basically I have done, excuse my legs, there we go, excuse my feet as well. I have done the body, which is harder to show you than I thought. I might actually just plonk it on the floor, that might be easier. Excuse the dog toys. Hang on. This is hard. There we go. Not the right colour there at all, that looks way too blue. Hi Jolie, hey Cousinets. So that's the body of my Scoley cardigan. It's a reverse stocking stitch cardigan, as you can see. I only wish the colour would, oh there we go, that's a little bit better. Hey Jolie, there we go, that's the colour. This is knit in Blackers Leoness, which we stock. It's the DK yarn, and I absolutely love the different variations in the shade. It's a rose quartz shade, and it's really pretty. See, because it's got little lace details. And then what I'm doing at the moment, I've just started the sleeve. That's the yarn if you want to have a look at that, and I will find you my sleeve. So yeah, so I've literally just started the sleeve. So I've done the lace details, and I'm now obviously doing the going upwards basically. And then basically it's a yoked type of cardigan. So obviously I'll do both sleeves, then join it all together, and then continue and do the yoke. And then the yoke's actually got the lace detail that you can see at the bottom there. So that's whip number one. So this finishes, by the way, if you want to join in with a Scoley knit-along, by all means you can do. We don't finish until the 25th of September, I think it is. It's quite a long cal. So I'll show you next up. This is, I should have moved the dog tie out of the way. This is some of BritYarn's own exclusive colourway. This has been dyed by Nick from Yarns from the Plain. And like I said, this is the BritYarn colourway. And I am knitting here. It's called On the Edge by Joy, who's the lady behind the Knitting Goddess. So it's a really straightforward, simple shawl. And I just wanted something that would really show off the colours of the skein. And basically what we've got is, like I said, we've got exclusive colourways. It's on the Mobley base. Thanks, Emily. It's on the Mobley base. It's a 4-ply yarn, and it is an Exmoor cross, 70% Exmoor Blueface and 30% British Alpaca. So we've got one colourway that's inspired by the BritYarn logo, so kind of like the yellows and the blues. And then we've also got some British landmarks. So we've got one that's, hi Michelle, we've got one colourway that's inspired by the Forth Bridge. There's one that's by the Esk Valley. We've got Blackpool Illuminations. We've got a gorgeous grey of the Iron Bridge. And then we've got a purplies, one that's all shades of purple. Thanks, Jolie. Unfortunately, it's got alpaca in it, I'm afraid. And then, yeah, we've got one that's called Heather on the Moors, that's basically all different shades of purple. But they're all on the website if you wanted to go and check them out. And like I say, they're dyed by Nick from Yarns from the Plain. And Nick's really good, actually. She also dyes fibre. And all of her bases are all British. Check it out, honestly, it's on the website. It's called Heather on the Moors. And it's just sort of just different shades of purple. It's very pretty. So that is my on the edge. I've got a fair bit to go yet, to be fair. There's still quite a bit left on there. But it's a really nice yarn. If obviously, I know it's hard for people obviously if you're not familiar with different breeds. But it's the Exmoor sheep that's been crossed with a Blueface. So it's actually a really soft yarn. And the alpaca just gives it a little tiny bit of a halo, but not much, to be fair. And it's a yarn that blocks really nicely, because I knitted a woolly wormhead hat when I got a test skein of this, and it really does block brilliantly. You can give it some good stretch. So what else? That's what I keep all my bits and bobs in there. Now this is a very special little bag. This was bought at Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and it is made by, I think it's Wool and Flower. I can double check because I've got the business card inside the bag. It's a lady who was originally from Australia but has moved up to Scotland, and she makes these amazing project bags out of basically recycled or heavy tweed jackets, which I think is quite cool. So in here I have got some socks, excuse me, and even one of those tripods, Jolie, that you had. So I'm having to do this on my iPad because it's the only thing, my phone's not very good. Oh, you will love them, honestly. They are, excuse my feet, glad I painted my toes. So this is some yarn. It's not British, I'm afraid, I have to say. I'm letting the side down here. But this is, oops, that's a little bit bright. This is, yeah, they're fabulous. They're just such a really cool little size. Let me just get the lady's business card out. There we go. Wool and Flower. But yeah, she's really good. Check her out. I don't think she has lots of things in all the time, but when she does have them in, they sell out. I think she did an update a few days ago, and I think she put 20 bags in, and I think they just went really quickly. So this yarn, like I said, unfortunately isn't British. It's one of the Golden Scheme ones that they did at Christmas time. It's from New Zealand. And I just wanted, it's a variegated kind of yarn. And I just wanted a pattern that would just show off the... Yes, thank you, Jolie. I thought it was. But yeah, this is... it's a free pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And if I could find the pattern for you... It's basically just called Show Off Stranded Socks, and it's just a simple slip stitch. I think it's working out really well, actually. So yes, so that's that one. What else? Oh, let me show Jolie this one. This isn't such a nice project bag. This is, yeah, no, it was definitely free. Well, kind of free, I suppose. This is the starting of my Mehi. Is it Mehi? Maha? Mehi? I'm not sure. Mehi shawl. It's a Hap inspired shawl. It looks really screwed up there, doesn't it? Gosh. There we go. It's a Hap inspired shawl. Again, it's been designed by Carrie Westerman. Mehi, thank you, M-A-H-Y. And Jolie's actually organising a cal on behalf of Carrie at the moment. So it's like I say, it's your traditional or modern traditional, I always get confused now, Hap construction. So I'm just in the middle of just doing all the sort of the garter stitch triangle, and then you obviously pick up the yarn over loops and you do this gorgeous lace. So my mission, and I will do it, I definitely will do it, is to get it, because I'm going to the retreat in February that Jolie's Kitchen's organised. Yeah, there is a bit of Hap addiction, so this will be finished for them. And this, I'm knitting this in a very local to me yarn actually. It's from the Lincoln Longwool, and I bought this yarn at Lincolnshire Show. Hey little bobbins, thanks for joining us. I bought this yarn at the Lincolnshire Show, which is an agricultural show, and it's from Lincolnshire's local sheep. And what I didn't realise is it's actually spun in Lincolnshire as well, and I didn't realise we had any spinning mills in Lincolnshire. Hi, you're alright. So yeah, so like I say, they've got loads to go on that yet. Unfortunately, my Scully has taken a bit of a front seat because I'm trying to crack on with that. But I'm doing it in lace weight. It's quite a rustic yarn, and I'll be really interested to see how it blocks. And it's got a bit of a halo. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. What else? Oh yes, I'm going to start it. You can see I've got quite a few whips. I think that's nearly to the bottom now, I think. There's some yarn in there that I need to put on Ravelry. So this, is it working yet, Denise, do you know? Well, this just looks like a screwed up mess actually. Oh dear. I'm not going to be able to show you this because I'm really... Oh, that's good. Really on the early stages of this. But this is a pattern by... oh, I can't remember what her proper name is. Amanda Collins, I think is her proper name. She's Owl Print Panda on Twitter and Instagram. And this is, like I say, I've only just started it, so there's not really much to see there at all. But this is her pattern that was in the Pom Pom magazine. Is it called Talaverna? I think it's called. Let me just double check. Talavera it's called, and it's just a summer sort of lacy top, not that much shaping. I think it's meant to be sort of worn over the top of things. This isn't the right colour, so it's not common. It's a proper green, shiny, bright, cheery green. So yeah, I'll probably get it finished for next summer maybe. But I'm knitting this on Eden Cottage Yarn's BFL sock, which we've got online at the moment. We haven't got this green in stock, which is probably good because you can't actually see what sort of green it is. But yeah, so it's a really easy project. I think I'll probably need maybe like 1.5 skeins, something like that. Let me see if I can show you. There you go, that's the top. So yeah, it looks pretty straightforward to be fair. It's just the same repeat all the way up, and then you split for the arms I think at some point. So yeah, looking forward to that. And I think that is all my whips. I have got some BritYarn whips upstairs. It's a really pretty top, it's gorgeous. So yeah, no, I do have some BritYarn whips upstairs. One is testing some new yarn, which I need to order because I really like it. And then the only other things on here, I've got a few notebooks, some scraps of yarn, some lip stuff. I've got some yarn that I need to put on Ravelry. That's a project bag that I made actually. I made that. This is in my early knitting days. So yeah, I think that is it. A few bits and bobs in there, some knitting needles. Need to put them away. So yes, that is what is in my jam pan. Hey Juliana, you alright? So yeah, has anybody got any questions? I'll let you show. Hang on. So yes, I'm just actually finishing off, Juliana. Oh, the jam pan. Yeah, you missed it. I'm sorry. The jam pan. Let me just show you back. Jam. That's why. It's a really old jam pan that I was very lucky to inherit. And that's basically what I keep my... People use baskets and stuff, well I use a jam pan. It's really heavy. It's really, really, really heavy. Thank you. That is what was in my jam pan. So like I say, I will obviously put this on YouTube, like I do with all my Periscope. Do you use it for jam, Emily? So from what I understand with the jam pan, yeah, check it out on the replay because I obviously upload it. Yeah, oh right, cool. I know this jam pan is really old. I don't think it's been used, but I think originally it was used on a fire because it was Graham's gran's, and I think it must have been like Graham's gran's or was it her granddad's parents. And I think when it used to be completely black and sooty, so it got polished up at some point, and yeah, so now I've got it. So, like I say, I will pop this on YouTube. Yeah, I think so. I think so. We've, like I say, I was obviously very sad that she passed away, but we have now got some really nice little bits and bobs. She was a bit of a stickler for polishing brasses and things like that, which is why it's still really shiny. So yeah, that's the Fizz dog for sleeping, bless her. She's a bit confused, she probably doesn't know who on earth. That's all she does, bless her. Well, I work upstairs in BritYarn, all the BritYarn stuff's upstairs. And she just lays on her bed all day and sleeps. And just barks when the postman comes. Because today I got yarn. Today I got yarn for me for once, which is quite a rare occurrence. Some of you might have seen it actually if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. But the Knitting Goddess did a photo competition, to design mini skeins. So loads of people sent in their pictures, and they did a short list of 10 pictures, and then the winner was Woolen Words, and I think it was it Broadstairs? It's a really nice picture of like chalk sort of cliffs and flowers and stuff, but hers was the winning picture. And so her skeins, her picture was dyed up into a set of mini skeins, and they went on sale last Friday, and I was very lucky to get some, because after that's the only time they're ever going to be dyed. They're not going to be re-dyed again, so I was really happy to get some. And then Joyce really kindly, all the runners up, there was 9 of us in total, including one of my own pictures. Joyce really kindly is dyeing up those, and they're going for sale on Friday. So I really hope that I get my skeins as well, like them. So that's it for me today, I think. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you about. Don't think so. Nope, I think that might be it. So I love you and leave you all. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Oh, I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Let me show you though. Let me just walk around the house for a second. I'll just take them back through because it's probably going to be lighter. Yeah, if anybody's got an idea, I mean, I love mini skeins. Obviously, BritYarn stocks the Knitting Goddess mini skeins anyway. So I lefty sure. What's it? I might need to There you are. So that's they are. Yeah, they are. There's not a full 100 grams there. So yeah, I don't know. I am going to start, and I wouldn't want. I don't think I want to use these particular sets of mini skeins in this blanket, but I am going to start a sock yarn blanket. Oh, I will have a look at that. Yeah, I mean, there's things like quadratic. So I don't know if I'd want to put them in with, because I know Woolen Words also got a skein of, I think it was called Pear. It was kind of slightly like an apple white colour, I think. But I don't think she's decided yet what she's going to make with hers. But I would like to keep them together, and I don't really want to do socks. And I've got some great sock patterns that they'd look fab in. Yeah, I am going to do a sock yarn blanket for definite. Because then I can literally keep, if I was going to use it in the sock yarn blanket, I could keep them all together. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then I didn't know if it was a little bit like I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to do that with them, but I think that is my backup plan. Because I know quite a few people have bought them, buy the mini skeins to do the stock yarn blankets, because you just get little bits of something different. But yeah, I don't know. And I don't think I'd want to do anything striped. I don't think. I mean, things like quadratic and the shawls that you get like the narrow stripes down. I think that would lose the effect, because obviously the yarn was dyed from a picture. So I think it'd be really nice to keep them together. So, oh, excuse me. So yeah, so I might just put them in my stock yarn blanket, which I've not started yet. But I know Danny, Little Bobbin's doing one, Jolie's doing one. And I'm going to do a British one. When I do start, mine is just going to be all sort of British scraps. So that is my plan. So yeah, if anybody has got any ideas for the mini skeins, like I say, something to keep them all together would be really nice. So yeah, that is my lot today. We'll do some more Wednesday or long wool in the shop probably next week. Just got a bit of a stock up, and then some exciting stuff in August and some exciting stuff in September, which I can't tell you about because I'm not allowed to, but you will all love it, I am sure. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for all your hearts and questions and for joining in. Like I said, if you check out the shop, BritYarn.co.uk, and obviously we're on Twitter, Instagram and Ravelry and YouTube, because we've got our YouTube channel now. And on YouTube I think it's down as Isla BritYarn, I think it is. Right, so I'm going to go. I'm going to put the kettle on. I need some tea, and it's raining, and I have washing on the line, so I'm definitely going to go. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining in. Bye.